Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Recently Marvel dropped the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer and I have a lot to talk about it. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. The trailer starts off with the elevator opening inside the Baxter building and we get to see shades of blues, orangish brown and cream colors. Blue and orange are on the opposite side of the color spectrum, which complements each other and were one of the prominent colors used back in the 60s, but they were bold and bright shades of those colors. I love the fact that they have used these shades of blue and orangish brown, which are not that bold, giving it a more modern feel to the house, and cream color adds to it, giving a proper futuristic retro look. We can notice Susan and Reed are giving a tour of their house to someone. This seems like a refrigerator with the transparent doors, and this might be a dishwasher. The new design of Marvel Studios is inspired from Cinerama Theatre, which was opened in 1963, the same year the movie is set in. We notice the 4:3 aspect ratio slowly changing to 16:9 aspect ratio, giving us a proper shift to the more cinematic part of the trailer. We get our first exterior look at the Baxter building and it looks really cool.
Wait a minute!
Do we get to see Superman in this movie? Because that's clearly Daily Planet. He or she is Herbie, who stands for Humanoid Experimental Robot B-Type Integrated Electronics, who was introduced in 1978 in the animated series The New Fantastic Four, who was designed by the great Jack Kirby, and that was his last work for Marvel. I really like how Herbie looks. I prefer this look over the comics look. I'm happy that they didn't go with the digital display and kept it more analog. It just adds that zip to it. We get the first look at the Thing. Love that this is the most comic accurate representation of him that we have got so far in live action. They gave him the thick eyebrow, which I've been craving for a really long time. I really love the color that they chose for the rocks, and the sound design of it is really good.
Okay.
He has only 4 fingers because when he transformed into the Thing, 2 of his fingers merged to become 1. He's wearing a watch-like device on his right wrist. Might be a device used for communication or for getting alerts. I'm glad that they didn't make his voice deep. It reminds us that he's a human despite how he looks. And if you see, it is 6:26 and Herbie is cooking for a meal to be eaten at sharp 7 by all of them on every Sunday, just like how Reed said. We can notice that there is a jigger, which is a bartending tool used for making cocktails, and we do see Susan having a drink. Well, I'm not sure if it is a cocktail or not. I just can't get over this shot. The symmetry and the contrast makes us look at the blackboard. The blackboard popping up is such a cool idea to show retrofuturism. In the background, there are 4 suits on dummies, which might be a prototype of their first suit. Reed is trying to solve multiversal travel. How do I know? Well, you can see Einstein-Rosen bridge, aka wormhole, which can be used for traveling from one galaxy to another or from one universe to another in theory. Whereas this diagram is called Kruskal-Zekeres diagram. It provides theories related to existence of parallel universes. So, in theory, if wormhole-like structures could remain stable, one might travel between universes. You can even see him study the wormhole shape. These shots in 4:3 aspect ratio is the first time they go to space and end up getting powers due to cosmic rays. In this scene, you can see the Fantastic Four symbol on their space suits, whereas in the 4:3 it's different and they don't have this red color button too. Mostly they go to space to either face Silver Surfer or the calamity Galactus is bringing, and something goes really wrong as they are mostly underprepared for what's to come. We see these people running. They might have gotten scared of how Ben looks, and this would make him feel sad. And that is also noticed in the next scene where he's feeling insecure about how he looks and thinks that people see him as a monster and he won't be loved by his friends and family. Despite Reed, Susan, Johnny having powers, he can't transform back to his human form, which adds to his insecurities. In comics, that's one of the main reasons why the Fantastic Four discloses their identities to the public, so Ben doesn't feel left out. The nice friendly banter is refreshing after what we saw in 2015's Fantastic Four. The TV brand is Kaplan, an Easter egg to Billy Kaplan aka Wiccan, son of Wanda. When Johnny flies, you can notice that his flame starts from his palms. I love the detail of flame on kept subtle in this shot. We can also see the Thing standing in the balcony drinking. I love the Human Torch effects, despite there not being much scope in making it different from the prior live action representations of the character. Why would Johnny put on his spacesuit in his room? I have got no idea. We see him soaring high in the sky. He crosses the atmosphere and enters space with the same outfit which he wore in the balcony scene, and it didn't burn. These are really beautiful shots, so freaking gorgeous. We see some asteroids falling on Earth. We can notice Ben checking his watch for any alerts regarding the sudden appearance of these asteroids. High chances are that it might be caused by Silver Surfer, because if it was Galactus, then Fantastic Four would have been aware of his arrival. Galactus sends his herald, Silver Surfer, to fetch planets that he can feed on. The kids are wearing the Thing's merchandise and masks. It shows how much he's adored by the kids. At this point, I think Ben would have come to terms with his appearance and his insecurities. We get a really good look at the Fantastic car rushing to a place of emergency. Here we can see Johnny flying through the city and Ben running where debris are falling. We also see Susan taking part in the fight. The Fantastic car is parked in the background and debris is all around. I love the effects used to depict her power. The light refracting touch is something new which I'm really digging. I can't stop laughing because it reminds me of the effects used in this. No idea who John Malkovich is playing. We see this huge towering shadow of Galactus on the city, and we get to see him from behind looking at the Statue of Liberty. This shot is a reference to the Beatles. The voiceovers of Susan and Reed show how much they care about their family before and after the accident. Well, the title says first steps. Could that be referring to the first steps of a baby? If that's true, we may get to see Franklin Richard, an Omega level mutant, son of Susan and Reed, who has the power to warp reality. In the comics, Galactus is scared of Franklin, that he came to Earth to talk to Reed and left as soon as possible with Reed. When Reed asked him why he left so fast, Galactus tells him it's Franklin. He's too strong. Could we see something related to that? Maybe, but that would make it deviate from the incursion aspect of the storyline, which would play a huge part in the upcoming Avengers movies. There are so many more questions that we don't have answers for. Will Doctor Doom appear in it? Why exactly is Galactus coming to devour Earth? Will Mole Man appear? And many more. The music was really good, done by Michael Giacchino, who has done fantastic work in his other projects, like The Batman, The Incredibles, Up, Ratatouille, etc. The New Rockstars channel pointed out that 4 notes were used in the orchestration of the background score to resonate with the 4 main characters, and I love this detail which they found. I like the trailer. I just wish if they had shown a few more scenes between the family, cause their chemistry and dynamics is one of the most important parts of the story that they're going to tell. I'm excited for the movie and I just can't wait for it. 3 big IPs coming to theaters in the same month: Jurassic World Rebirth on 2nd of July, Superman on 11th of July, and Fantastic Four Steps on 25th of July. Do let me know which one you're going to watch. If you liked the video, do hit the like button, subscribe and share it. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.